Hello, my name is Marielle. Welcome back to another one of my movie reviews. In continuation of Shocktoberween month, today I'm going to be talking about my favorite and one of Stephen King's most popular novels. I read The Shining twice, and both times I could not put it down. The Shining has had a lot of talk over the years. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. If you happen to run into the Grady girls chanting Red Rum during your stay at the Overlook Hotel, best get out of there now. Let's start our talk about The Shining. The Shining was released to theaters in 1980. The Torrance family realize they're not alone as they're looking after the Overlook Hotel. An evil presence corrupts their minds, putting them against each other in their isolation. Okay, so I know I'm going to get a lot of feedback for saying this, but I have always had a love-hate relationship with Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of The Shining. While Stanley Kubrick's adaptation is a metaphorically dark, creatively shot, and well-acted piece of film history, it does not live up to the true horrifying essence of the novel. Jack Nicholson went to the highest extremes as Jack Torrance. Nicholson was incredible in his sharp delivery, most notably when he's confronting Wendy, and his spine-tingling scenes in the climax. However, he made the character of Jack too hot-headed, sinister, and lacked remorse for his actions. I hold my head high for Shelley Duvall, who was put to the extremes of the stress from making this film. Due to Kubrick's repetitive retakes, Duvall was in emotional turmoil and even losing her hair from having to stay in a constant state of hysteria. Duvall was not the right choice for Wendy Torrance, who was a fighter in the book and never backed down. She made Wendy too meek, though she did a good job standing her ground and protecting Danny. The final half of her performance was extremely well acted through amazing, terrifying reactions from the horror. Danny Lloyd did an impeccable job as Danny Torrance. The mannerism in which he spoke to Tony was something that he made up at his audition. Kubrick was very protective of Lloyd during filming. Lloyd didn't even know that he was filming a horror movie until 11 years after making this film. Although Lloyd did a great job and had incredible patience throughout filming, he didn't capture the essence of Danny Torrance. He looked bored at some moments, specifically when he's talking to Halloran about his special ability. His ability to shine, or telekinesis powers, is more or less glossed over, which is a huge plot element in the novel. The late Scatman Crothers was great in his role as Dick Halloran. As he struggles to travel back to the hotel upon the realization that something's not right, I'm not fond of his climax in the film. Halloran was one of my favorite characters in the book, and I feel like Crothers didn't add the spirit and charisma that the character had. Stanley Kubrick had a very different vision of The Shining. I'm inspired by his camera techniques and the sinister, foreboding music flooding in the background. This is a great film to sit down and study all the incredible scenes and imagery. Kubrick was known for persistent, constant retakes of even the most simplest scene. For example, the scene that involves Jack and Wendy's confrontation was shot about 35 to 40 times, or 125 according to other sources. And Jack Nicholson reportedly broke down a total of 60 doors in the climax for just one scene. No matter what, I'm always hypnotized to watch The Shining whenever viewings are shown. It has its moments of horror, a riveting climax, and excellent scene delivery by Jack Nicholson. Though it lacks important elements, character traits, and relationships displayed from the novel. Did you know that The Shining was remade in 1997 as a TV miniseries? It was created by Stephen King himself, who was also not a big fan of Kubrick's version. I prefer this adaptation of The Shining over the 1980 version, but we'll save that discussion for another day. Thanks for catching my review of The Shining. Stick around because I will be talking about more Shocktoberween month reviews. Be on the lookout for a film that has earned its fair share of criticism over the decades. Next, I will be talking about Freaks. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. My name is Marielle, and this has been another one of my movie reviews.